Hi there, hope you're having a pleasant day wherever you may be. Today I find myself just outside of Needles, California at probably one of the most overlooked archaeological sites in the area. That's right, I am at the Topock Maze. Now, if you've never heard of the Topock Maze before, that's quite alright, because to be honest with you, I hadn't heard about it either until recently. It wasn't until I was doing a little research for another thing that I'd never heard of, the Blythe intaglios, that you start to come across information about the Topock Maze in that process, because they're very closely related archaeologically speaking. So there's not a lot known about these, so there's very hard to find information. However, they are believed to be geoglyphs created by the same Mojave region people that created the Blythe intaglios and many of the other geoglyphs in the region. A geoglyph is a carving or art done in the ground, oftentimes by scraping the top layer of soil, leaving a lighter color, and they create large pictures. In this case, these large striations. Again, because there's not a lot known about them, there are a lot of theories of why they were made. One of them being that it was made for warriors coming back from battle, and they could kind of purify themselves here kind of ceremoniously. The site currently takes up about 10 acres of land. Unfortunately, a lot of it was lost to the construction of I-40, which goes just to the north here. And it's kind of ironic too that I-40, with all the thousands of cars a day going to Arizona or coming to California, and no one's the wiser that there is an archaeological site just outside their window. I've been to a couple of sites like this, including the Blythe intaglios, and there's at least a sign on the road that tells you, hey, there's something cool over there. You drive by it and think nothing of it. Maybe I'll get to it some other time. Topock Maze, there's nothing. You drive off the pavement onto BLM land, and if I didn't have the Google pin to guide me in a somewhat direction, I would have just been wandering around. Now, I came with the intention of hoping to just find a spot where I could see it with no real expectations of anything formal. However, I was pleasantly surprised that there is a little information kiosk, and it is fenced off, which is nice. The fence is not very, it's just barbed wire here, and then there's just a one bar up by the parking area. So if you want to be that guy and go trampling over this amazing archaeological site, be that guy, I guess, if you wanted. Also, unfortunately, like all geoglyphs, they're best viewed from somewhere high or the air. But unfortunately, there's really no good spot to get a real good view. This is probably the best I could find, just kind of walking around the perimeter of the fence. But you know, you see what you need to see. You can appreciate it for sure. You're kind of navigating over just some rocky terrain here. It's not too bad, but yeah, it's definitely worth putting in the effort just to kind of take a look and appreciating something that's been here for hundreds of years and will hopefully stay here for hundreds of years. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little trip to the Topock Maze just outside of Needles, California. This one, I can guarantee you, is one of the more obscure places that I'm going to end up doing videos about. I'm sure some of the other ones you'll have at least heard of. Kind of swinging for the fences on this first video here. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. There is one researcher that does believe that these have a much more modern, like 1800s creation date. However, that they were built on top of pre-existing Native American art. So kind of not totally wanting to commit, I guess, to calling them bogus, but yeah, but that's one of the theories.